Do you hear about that fucking object that's hurtling towards Earth at like 130,000 miles an hour?
No, that might solve all our problems.
Like, what killed the dinosaurs? Well,
Right.
It wasn't just one thing, you know?
Right.
It was like a whole bunch of things happened in a row. If there are a lot of aliens, well, I mean, the invasion ship slash...
New out-of-this-world discovery has some asking, what in the world is this? Take a look. NASA scientists say it's a comet. That's what they say. They've named it the 3-1 Atlas interstellar object, which was discovered last month.
Comet 3I Atlas, the third interstellar traveler ever spotted, has been breaking every rule in the cosmic playbook. Since the day it appeared, scientists have been chasing its secrets, only to realize each discovery leads to an even deeper mystery. When researchers studied its spectrum, they were stunned. 3I Atlas carries more nickel than iron. That's something no comet in our skies has ever shown before. Even the legendary 2I Borisov, the last interstellar visitor, didn't behave like this. And just when astronomers thought they had seen it all, the Astrophysical Journal Letters dropped another bombshell. 3I Atlas isn't acting like any comet we've ever known. It's spewing water into space like a cosmic fire hose, while still nearly 3 times farther from the sun than Earth. At that distance, ordinary comets are frozen solid, silent, and still. But this one, it's alive, erupting, shimmering, awake. Using NASA's Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory, scientists looked for that faint ultraviolet glow that whispers, water. Since direct vapor is hard to spot, they tracked hydroxyl gas, a byproduct when sunlight rips water molecules apart. And what they found left no doubt. 3I. Atlas was shedding water long before it was supposed to. But how much water are we really talking about? Roughly 40 kilograms every second, the same force as a fire hose blasting into the void. At that rate, nearly 8% of the comet's surface must be active, a shockingly large portion compared to the mere 3 to 5% typical of comets born in our own solar system. This thing isn't playing by the rules, so why is it waking up so early? Normally, a comet's ice only vaporizes when it gets close enough for the sun's heat to melt it. But 3I Atlas seems to run on its own system. Near-infrared data from Gemini South and NASA's Infrared Telescope facility revealed that its coma, that glowing cloud of dust and gas, is packed with tiny ice grains and frozen clumps. These fragments act like mini geysers, bursting with vapor as soon as sunlight hits them. Picture thousands of icy shards floating around, each one venting jets of water into space, while the main body stays too cold to move. This could be the secret behind its wild activity. 3I Atlas isn't a single frozen rock. It's a swarm of icy fragments, each alive in its own way. Every one of them adding its own energy to this mysterious cosmic show. And here's the real twist. Every interstellar comet we've ever seen breaks expectations. Oumuamua had no visible ice at all, Borisov overflowed with carbon monoxide, and now Atlas is spraying water from a distance where comets should be sleeping. But the surprises didn't stop there. The James Webb Space Telescope caught another clue, a strange chemical fingerprint showing an unusually high ratio of carbon dioxide to water. That means 3I Atlas may have formed in a carbon-rich, icy system, colder and darker than our own. Somewhere far out there, beyond the reach of our sun, a frozen world may have given birth to this traveler. Inside that gas and dust, Webb also found traces of cyanide compounds, the same building blocks that can form amino acids, the foundation of life itself. Imagine that. A visitor from another star, carrying the raw chemistry that could spark life. Since its discovery, 3I Atlas has been racing through our solar system at a mind-bending 210,000 kilometers per hour, slicing across the void on a nearly flat, hyperbolic path that will soon send it back into deep interstellar space. And for a brief moment in October 2025, the European Space Agency's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter and Mars Express found themselves face to face with this cosmic stranger.
From images, we also saw that this object is active, which means that around the nucleus there is some coma, which is an indication that this object is in fact a comet.
Just 30 million kilometers from Mars. Neither spacecraft was built to chase something like this. It was faint, distant, and moving fast. Almost impossibly fast. Yet the color and stereo surface imaging system, known as CASSIS, aboard ExoMars, managed to capture it. In the center of the frame appeared a pale, ghostly dot drifting across the stars. That wasn't a glitch. It was 3I Atlas itself. What we're seeing isn't its solid heart, but the coma. The glowing halo of gas and dust surrounding its nucleus as it wakes under the sun's light. The core, just a few kilometers wide, is far too small to see. Yet the coma, stretching thousands of kilometers, gleams softly against the blackness, proof that the sun's warmth has stirred this traveler from its endless sleep. As those frozen gases vaporize, they pull streams of dust into space, forming that radiant envelope. But its full size still can't be measured. The glow fades quickly, vanishing into the dark beyond the frame, and though most comets grow long tails stretching millions of kilometers, Atlas has none, at least not yet. Data suggests its tail is only beginning to form as it hurtles toward its perihelion later this month. Nick Thomas, the principal investigator of the CASSIS camera, revealed just how difficult this was. The comet is between 10,000 and 100,000 times fainter than anything the orbiter usually photographs. Over on Mars Express, the team tried shorter exposures, half a second each, compared to the orbiter's 5. But for now, 3I Atlas remains invisible in those frames. Still, somewhere beyond that noise, this cosmic nomad continues its silent flight, glowing, dissolving, and racing home through the stars. But the hunt isn't over, not even close. Scientists are still chasing every photon of light that 3I Atlas throws their way. Their next move, combining multiple exposures from both orbiters to boost the signal, stacking image upon image until the faint interstellar glow finally reveals itself. It's a delicate process, but somewhere in that digital noise, a whisper from beyond the stars might be waiting to emerge. Both orbiters are also attempting something even more daring, capturing the comet's spectrum. That rainbow-like signature could expose what this mysterious traveler is truly made of. The question is, was it bright enough? No one knows yet. The data's still being analyzed, every pixel combed through for hidden meaning. Over the coming weeks, scientists will keep stacking, calibrating, and decoding, trying to catch a glimpse of what 3I Atlas is hiding as it basks in the sun's radiation. Now back to the mystery, because things just got suspicious. At the exact moment when we need real-time updates the most, many NASA feeds and public data portals have gone quiet, silenced by a government shutdown. The timing feels way too convenient, especially with an interstellar flyby happening right now. While scientists worldwide are desperate for every scrap of information, the data blackout leaves the world guessing. Speculation is already running wild. Some experts believe 3I Atlas is just an unusually active comet, unlike anything we've seen. Others whisper far bolder theories. A probe from beyond the stars, a fragment of alien technology, or even an engineered craft. Whether that's fantasy or possibility, the sudden silence from official channels isn't helping calm the storm. People are talking, and they want answers. But then, a breakthrough. On October 2nd, NASA's Perseverance rover captured something stunning. A faint, slanted streak cutting across the Martian sky during a multi-minute exposure. It didn't match the direction of the planet's rotation, or any known background stars. It was real. Not a glitch, not cosmic noise, something fast, deliberate, and alive in the frame. That mysterious streak may have been 3I Atlas itself, caught gliding past Mars. Credit for spotting it goes to researcher Drew, whose Twitter post triggered a deeper review. While its exact size remains unknown, early models suggest it could be at least 5 kilometers wide, possibly more. Yet, strangely, it lacks that classic bright dust tail most comets flaunt. Instead, it's wrapped in a vast, hazy cloak of ionized gas and dust, almost ghost-like. And its speed is unreal, around 60 kilometers per second, climbing towards 68 as it races toward perihelion at the end of October. Back on September 25th, a coronal mass ejection, a solar explosion, slammed into 3I Atlas, possibly charging its environment with plasma. But despite that intense hit, follow-up images from September 27th and October 2nd showed no signs of collapse or fragmentation, only a slow, steady swelling of its glowing envelope. This thing can take a beating. That's why NASA's silence hit so hard. For the global science community, this was the moment. The European JUICE mission is expected to intercept the object as it moves deeper into space. But even that data might take time. Solar interference could delay Earth transmissions. Together, though, these missions could finally give us the clearest portrait of 3I Atlas ever captured. For now, though, the streak remains one of the great unsolved mysteries. Not alien engineering, not a spacecraft, but something even stranger: nature refusing to fit our categories. And the real question still stands: how big is 3I Atlas really? Measuring a comet's true size is tricky business. Its bright coma, that hazy glowing shroud, can easily fool the eye, hiding the tiny frozen heart within. As it nears the sun, the comet's ices vaporize, dragging dust outward to form its luminous trail. That's what gives comets their beauty and their danger. But with 3I Atlas, beauty and mystery are just the beginning. What we see glowing across the darkness can be deceiving. That soft, expanding haze makes the comet look enormous, far larger and brighter than the solid body hiding inside. And now, a new global effort has kicked into motion. A team from Harvard, led by Richard C. Dié, Avi Loeb, and Peter Resch, analyzed over 227 sets of observations collected between May 15th and September 23rd by observatories around the world. Each tiny dot of light was logged, measured, and compared through the minor planet center, all to uncover what 3I Atlas is really doing out there. When they plotted its path, something didn't quite match up. The comet's actual trajectory showed a faint but undeniable push, less than 15 meters per day squared. Normally, that's the kind of nudge comets get when jets of escaping gas act like thrusters. But here's the twist: 3I Atlas has way more outgassing than most, yet its acceleration is shockingly low. That means its nucleus must be massive, heavy enough to resist being shoved around by its own eruptions. From this, researchers estimate the comet's solid heart weighs over 33 billion tons, with a core roughly 5 kilometers across. That's not counting the giant coma swirling around it. In fact, its total mass may be thousands of times greater than the earlier interstellar visitors like Oumuamua or Borisov. Loeb pointed out that if interstellar space was full of debris like this, we should have seen many smaller ones long ago, not just this single giant. Something about it doesn't fit the usual odds, and that's why 3I Atlas stands apart, a complete anomaly. Loeb has even dared to float a bolder, more speculative idea: what if it's not just natural? He points to the unusual mass, the precise alignment of its trajectory, and that strange nickel without iron signature as clues that make you wonder: could this be something engineered? A fragment of technology from beyond? A traveler with intent? NASA scientists, though, are urging patience. Their take? It's most likely a natural body, albeit one of the most peculiar we've ever encountered. Still, the question lingers in the background like a cosmic echo. If it's natural, why does it behave so differently? Meanwhile, other astrophysicists are asking an even deeper question. Not what 3I Atlas is, but why it exists at all. Could it have a purpose? Dr. Suzanne Neers has a fascinating idea that 3I Atlas might be a planet-making seed. Imagine that, a drifting core from another star system carrying the spark to start a world. Picture it, a young solar system forming around a newborn star. Dust clouds swirl like smoke, colliding and clumping into tiny rocks. Pebbles become boulders, and boulders snowball into planetesimals, the building blocks of worlds. But time is short. These disks only last a few million years before stellar winds blow them away, and that's barely enough for massive planets to take shape. Now imagine an intruder, a rogue object like 3I Atlas, plunging into that disk. Already solid, already dense, it could serve as a ready-made planetary core. Instead of starting from dust, the system suddenly has a jump start, a catalyst that pulls in surrounding gas and debris to form a giant planet in record time. Near's simulations back it up. She found that massive stars are far better at capturing interstellar visitors than smaller ones. And guess what? Gas giants like Jupiter are way more common around big stars. That correlation could mean something huge. Maybe these cosmic drifters aren't just random wanderers. Maybe they're planet starters. If this theory holds, interstellar objects like Oumuamua, Borisov, and 3I Atlas aren't just tourists passing through the galaxy, they're seeds of creation. Some may have helped form gas giants in faraway systems, while others could have even played a part in the birth of our own solar system. It's a daring idea, but sometimes bold ideas rewrite everything we thought we knew. And unlike past visitors that appeared and vanished too fast to study, this time we're ready. 3I Atlas was detected early, tracked across months, and now the world's most powerful instruments are watching its every move. For once, humanity might finally decode one of these galactic messengers before it slips back into eternal darkness. From telescopes on Earth to orbiters around Mars, the next few months will be packed with milestones. Astronomers have circled key dates, waiting for what happens next, as this interstellar Voyager races through our neighborhood. October 29th, 2025, perihelion. At this point, 3I Atlas will slingshot behind the Sun, dipping to about 1.36 astronomical units, roughly 130 million miles from the photosphere. Its speed will peak near 152,000 miles per hour. That's when it'll vanish from Earth's view, hidden by the Sun's glare, while probes near Mars and the L1 point continue to watch the fiery jets bursting from its freshly heated crust. December 19th, 2025, Earth distance check. By then, its tail will be fully unfurled, sweeping through space as it passes within 170 million miles of Earth. Too far to see with the naked eye, but perfect for the James Webb Telescope and the Rubin Observatory, which will scan its shimmering coma for chemical fingerprints and isotopic clues. March 16th, 2026, Jupiter flyby. Finally, 3I Atlas will brush past Jupiter, just 33 million miles above its cloud tops. If NASA gives the green light, the Juno spacecraft might even pivot for a quick look, sampling the dust stream of a comet born beyond our sun. It would be our only close encounter with something that began its journey in another star system. After that, 3I Atlas will disappear once more, curving back into the black, carrying its mysteries home to the void. It'll leave us with terabytes of data, countless theories, and one haunting question. What else is out there? So what do you think this interstellar visitor truly is? A cosmic seed? A relic of another world? Or something beyond anything we've imagined? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear every theory. And if you enjoyed diving into this mystery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for the next deep space story. See you on the next one, right here on Cosmic Vault, your window to the unknown.